I spent the last couple of months testing what worked for Parasite SEO and social media properties. And I identified 7 properties that we need to post to in order to dominate page 1. And I'm going to show you exactly what it is in this video. My name is Jesper Nissen and I've been doing SEO since 2008. And I'm the owner and founder of Yax, leading platform for cloud links and Google Business Profile rankings, and Schema Writer, the leading platform to create schema markup. I am experimenting at the moment to see, or I've been doing that for some months now, to see what works best in Parasite SEO. So if you don't have a budget to post to a lot of paid, expensive websites, what can you actually do if you want to dominate page 1, but you don't have money and you don't have time, you don't just want something that just works? And I'm going to show you what I do. So let me just actually search for Schema Writer, WordPress plugin, and you can, I encourage you to do the same because, okay, so I get this from Google, traffic lights, like this, Okay, so it's extremely obvious just from the get-go what it is that's working and what's not working. So when I'm searching for Schema Writer WordPress plugin, of course my own website is ranking number 1, which is obvious, and then we have Quen, this AI Parasite SEO that I talked about last month. But then we see these social media posts actually start to pop up. So we see Facebook, we see Threads, which is new. So Threads is also owned by Meta. And Threads is a very interesting social media. I didn't use it until I think last week I started using it. And you can see that I posted this 2 days ago. Let's actually let's see if it opens. So this is what it looks like. So this is my profile and this is the text. And the reason that I actually put this text in the beginning, this keyword in the beginning, is because I know from experience when you're posting to Facebook, for example, so the first 11 or 12 words in the post will be converted to a search engine friendly URL. So when I'm talking about search engine friendly URL, I'm talking about this up here. So you can see here it says Schema Writer, WordPress plugin, we just launched. So what from what I can see is that Threads is actually using the same method of creating search engine friendly URLs, and also the title. So you can see it says Schema Writer WordPress plugin here, up here you can see here. So that's the title and it's created based on this content. So what that means for you, if you're using Threads for ranking purposes, getting your Threads post indexed, see if you can get a page 1 position, you need to put the keyword in the beginning that you want to rank for. Let's just go back to Google and see. So you can see here, it says here for Threads, Schema Writer WordPress plugin, and then the body, the text down here is shown in the meta description down here. So, and it's the same thing in Facebook. I can click on this guy here, update to Schema Writer. So you can see that Facebook also creates this search engine friendly URL up here. So it's the first 11 to 12 words that it's using for this. So if I'm searching for update to Schema Writer, I can actually just search for that. Yeah, so it's ranking number 2 because this is verbatim what's written in the first words. Update to Schema Writer. If I'm searching for this, then it will rank extremely high. So let's go back again to what we're seeing here. So Threads and then X. So X is no surprise because X, let's just inspect this guy here. So X is no surprise because it's an extremely powerful social media for ranking purposes and just for spreading awareness about your brand. So what you're looking at here is actually an article. It does say x.com, jespernissenseo, that's my profile name, and then it says status, and then this number up here. But what you're looking at is an article, and this is something relatively new in X, that you can write these long form articles. And the purpose of these articles is, you can see it says article, that's in Danish, but article. So the purpose of these articles is to write a long form piece of content that people can share on social media and that people will actually read. So X X will promote these articles because X wants us to stay on their platform. So, and what I like about the articles is that you can add a header, which will be formatted a title, which will be formatted as an H1. And you can add, you can see here, you can add bullet point lists, and you can add links, and you can even add these anchor text links. So you can see here, yesterday we publicly launched the WordPress plugin to Schema Writer. So WordPress plugin to Schema Writer is the anchor text link that's pointing to Schema Writer website. So the reason that the anchor text links is important is of course because we are spelling out to Google that this link, so the target link, is about WordPress plugin to Schema Writer. That's why it's important. And that's what we can do in the X post. So X articles are special of all of these guys here. So let's just go back. So you can see here again Facebook, and then we can see Instagram. So a couple of months ago, Meta decided to start indexing of Facebook posts and Instagram posts. And last week I decided to investigate, does that also work for Threads post? And as you can see, yes, it does. So on page 1, for me, I have, when I'm searching for Schema Writer WordPress plugin, I have, let's just see here, Facebook, Threads, X, Facebook, Instagram. So 5 out of 9 or 10, so 5 out of 9 or 10 organic results will be social media posts. I think that's extremely interesting. So when I go down to page 2, I can see LinkedIn here, and my Claude article about Schema Writer is still ranking here. Now it's on page 2, and X, LinkedIn, YouTube, and so on and so forth. So yeah, so that's extremely interesting. So I just want to go down to page 3 because I just want to see if I can see some. No, I can't see it here. So if I search for Schema Writer WordPress plugin updates, I just want to see if I can see Reddit anywhere. No, I can't see Reddit. Yeah, so let's just go back to this search term because I just want to inspect here the images tab. So this image tab is interesting because it tells us a different story, because what you're seeing here is that this is the search term. And these keywords that you're seeing here, Parasite SEO, Jesper Nissen, schema markup, AI-powered WordPress integration, and so on and so forth. These are all of the entities that Google is connecting to the search term Schema Writer WordPress plugin. And in the case of this search term, you can see that number 1 search term is Parasite SEO. So if I click on this guy here, Parasite SEO, you can see all of the subtopics or sub-images that have been posted that Google seems to understand that this is about Schema Writer and Parasite SEO. Let me just go back again. But you can see here Jesper Nissen. Not surprising that my name is connected to this, right? Schema markup, AI-powered WordPress integration, schema.org, rankings, and so on and so forth. But when it comes to ranking power, you can see that it's sorted according to relevance, but it's also sorted according to domain authority. That's what I notice. Schema Writer is, of course, not the most powerful domain Facebook is. It has DA 100. But Schema Writer is, of course, most relevant because the search term is Schema Writer. But then you see Facebook, you see YouTube, you see Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, X, and Facebook, and YouTube, and LinkedIn all the way down here. So if we're looking at which social media properties are the best, which ranks the best, right now I would say, based on my testing, Facebook is leading. YouTube is probably leading, right? But YouTube is a category of its own, because for many search terms, what you will see actually in Google is that YouTube will get its own video carousel. So YouTube is kind of special, but if we're not talking about YouTube, I would say that Facebook is actually leading the bunch. And you can see here X number 2, and then Facebook, and then Instagram. But you really need to post to YouTube and to X. Facebook and then X. YouTube, Facebook, and X. These are the top 3. But the list of the 7 social media properties that I have identified are these guys here. So YouTube, X, we can actually say that Facebook is number 2. So Facebook number 2, then X, then LinkedIn, and then Instagram, and then Threads, and then Reddit. So it works the way that it works with Threads is that if you post on Instagram, you will actually be asked if you want to share on Threads also. So it's very easy. You don't need to post to Threads. You just post on Instagram, and then you just click yes, share on Threads. And it's extremely easy. It's extremely fast also. And then Reddit. So I've not seen Reddit ranking for this particular search term. And I know that I posted about it. I think it might be because I've posted so many places about Schema Writer WordPress plugin because I'm using this kind of like my test keyword, right? And I know that Google sometimes they have this filter. So if you post the exact same title on too many places, some of the websites will simply be filtered out. It's not because they're not indexed, but it's simply because Google doesn't want to show us too many identical websites or with identical page titles. When I'm talking about titles, I'm talking about what's written here. So the best platform for schema markup and SEO optimization. You will never see 10 organic results with the same identical titles. Google won't allow that. It'll filter it. They might actually change this title. So, but that's what we're seeing. So there you have it, guys. So this is what you need to do right now. This is what's working right now, and it's also driving traffic. So what I'm seeing right now is because I'm posting so much about Schema Writer, I'm talking so much about Schema Writer, I'm seeing new signups to my platform each day. Schema Writer, the schema markup platform. I am actually seeing signups for this platform each day, and I'm seeing it's not only because of my videos. I'm seeing organic traffic inside of Google Search Console that overall the traffic is getting higher because of these posts, because I'm talking about Schema Writer, of course, but I'm also linking from the posts wherever it's possible. I'm linking from the post to the Schema Writer AI website. So you might say that, or you might think that links from Facebook posts or link from X, they don't matter. Well, if you do it enough, they do matter. So that's just what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that the organic traffic and the signups are just increasing because of the way that I'm working with these social media posts. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.